Hello my dear friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara and today we're going to be looking at Neptune in the 4th house. This video is for you if you have this placement. If you're a cross watcher, welcome as well. Very excited to be getting into this particular video. Neptune deals with the illusions, the delusions, the area in your life that you may not see clearly, or the area in your life where you guys might idealize, okay, romanticize. The 4th house deals with the home. So this placement is really interesting. When I look at someone's natal chart, I always look to see what's going on with the 4th house, because the 4th house is directly opposing your 10th house. So my suggestion in everyone's natal chart is always to see what's going on with the 4th house, because this is how you guys are in private. It also gives insight as to what type of home you guys may have had when you were growing up, maybe what sorts of belief systems you guys took on, internalized, and what things could be holding you guys back from your 10th house, your career. Then on top of that, when I see planets in someone's natal chart aspecting the 10th house, it's not also adding an additional energy, a friction energy to your career. So you guys having Neptune in the 4th house, there are illusions here when it comes to the home. Some things that you guys maybe didn't see clearly when you guys were growing up. It could have also been a home where there were substances, okay, substance abuse, alcoholism, these types of things, anything that's an escapism type of energy. Also, this might resonate for people who have Pisces in the 4th house, the Pisces IC, okay, the IC in your natal chart is your 4th house. So when you have this energy in your natal chart, sometimes I say for people it can go two ways. It could have been an ideal type of home. It could have been a romanticized type of home. It could have been a home where it was like so unconditionally loving and wonderful. Like that could be something that does take place as well. But more often than not, it goes into the shadow aspects of this particular planet and sign for people who have Pisces in the 4th house. And for those of you who have Neptune in the 4th house, something you guys did not see clearly. There's something that could have taken place here within the home. Maybe the parents were escapists in the sense where it's like maybe they weren't prepared to have children. So they checked out, maybe mentally, maybe emotionally, in one way, shape, or form. So now you guys in turn are idealizing this area. Oh, if my home was like this. Oh, if my family was like this. You guys have an ideal view and vision of a family, which now in turn, when you guys age, you guys can actually create this for yourselves as well, because Neptune, it's that psychic energy, it's that intuitive energy. And because Neptune's very visual, because you guys visualize it in your mind, you guys can anchor it in. What I will say is whatever you guys were brought up with, okay, whether there was maybe even religious beliefs or a specific type of spiritual belief that could be holding you guys back, it basically clouds your vision of your parents, of the home you guys had. There's something here that you guys did not see clearly when you guys were growing up, and now it's affecting your career. It's affecting your public image. It's affecting how you guys present yourselves to the world. That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand when we're looking at a natal chart. You have to look at the houses as a progression. You can't get to the 10th house career without going through the preceding houses. The 4th house is incredibly important. Personally, I feel like the 4th house might be the most important house, because it's like this is where all of your foundations are. This is where the roots come from. If you guys look at a house, you can't build a house without strong foundations. Otherwise, the whole house comes falling down. This is the whole thing within individuals. And a lot of people now are becoming more aware, which is amazing. But absolutely everything stems from childhood and your original two caregivers. And because it is the 4th house, it can be more so maybe the mother, because the 4th house does deal with the mother or the dominant feminine role. And now in turn, maybe you guys don't see women or people who are more feminine or just the feminine energy clearly, or the feminine energy within, because there's something going on here with the mother. There could be something that you guys are also clearing, because Neptune can deal with karma as well within the feminine line when you have Neptune in the 4th house. Maybe it's even codependency. This is also a form of addiction. Maybe there was a codependent dynamic that was taking place between maybe the mother and the father. Maybe it was toxic. There's always something going on here with that 4th house Neptunian energy. First of all, that you guys didn't see clearly, something that didn't make sense to you guys. Maybe within the home, it was presented one way, and then you guys grew up and it's like, wait, it was never actually like that. It could even be a pattern within the family line that maybe you guys are clearing. Maybe it's not coming into your awareness, something you guys did not see clearly. Maybe you guys have these traits within you, something once again like codependency or addiction throughout the family line, and now it reaches you guys, and you guys are maybe the ones to clear it and heal it, so you guys can get into that ideal vision that you guys have for yourselves, for your own families. So the thing is here with this particular placement, when you have Neptune in the 4th house, because it is clouding the home energy for you guys, a few things can take place. If you guys don't clear up that energy, the karma that took place within the home when you guys were growing up, what can take place is it can perpetuate with your partners or people that maybe you guys are living with. Let's say you guys live with roommates. Those same patterns can start to play out, because it's really asking for you once again to see clearly. Sometimes I see Neptune in a natal chart, the area that you might have to pay a little bit more attention to, because you could escape That's the thing. It's like you might not see clearly, or you might just ignore it, or you might avoid it, or you just might go into your own escapism where it's like, I don't want to deal with that, these types of things, right? But it's like, it's going to kind of keep following you until you guys basically heal or clear whatever took place within the home. And once again, it's holding you guys back most likely from your career, because it is that oppositional energy. And on top of that, if you have other planets in the 4th house, it's going to add even more layers to the story. Now, I did say that it can deal with the mother, but overall, the 4th house does deal with the home. So if it's not the mother, it could be the dominant feminine role in your life, the feminine energy within, maybe within both of the parents, something going on within the feminine energy patterns, something of the sort. Because Neptune deals with the nuances of energy. Okay, that's something else that Neptune deals with. It's like the subtleties of energies, something where it's like you guys can pick up on it and people can come around and be like, no, that's not true. No, like that's not what I'm doing. That's not my shadow trait. That's kind of the Neptune energy. It's like it sees things that other people might not necessarily see. And it's like, because you guys can see them, maybe before the other person is even ready to face it for themselves, they can go into defensive mode. So when you're younger, for you guys, because a lot of these water houses, today I'm recording the water houses, a lot of these water houses are very psychically gifted and intuitive. You guys are going to be very gifted in this area. Your psychic gifts can actually come online when you guys are in your own home as well. But when you're younger, family members can make you guys maybe go into cognitive dissonance, do things where it's like, you know, they say that that's not true, these types of things, okay? And you guys might doubt yourselves in the earlier part of your life until you become solid in those gifts. It's all about the solar plexus, especially when it comes to psychic gifts and abilities. It's all about developing that strong solar plexus chakra, which is your identity, boundaries. It's all to do with being strong in who you are as a person, because it also does deal with the emotional world. You guys are probably going to be clairsentient. Something that's interesting that's coming through as well to mention, so this might resonate with someone, is like something that can also take place is like maybe you guys internalize a lot of these hidden things that took place in the home, or just like dark, shadowy types of energies, because Neptune, once again, deals with the unconscious. And because you guys internalized it, maybe you guys now eat to soothe that. Okay, maybe there's some sort of anxiety that's taking place here. Very specific message, might not necessarily resonate with everybody, but that could be something that also does take place, because a lot of the water houses, because they're constantly processing energy, and even water placements in general, it's like because a lot of the energy on this earth plane tends to go into the anxiety energy, because it is lower vibrational in nature, people are very, once again, unaware. Neptune deals with that unconscious energy. You guys could be picking up on these things, maybe even within the family. And again, if it's not being validated or if it's not being confirmed, you guys can go into that cognitive dissonance type of energy, and you yourselves can maybe go into escapism or something of the sort to avoid the feeling. That's the thing. It all comes down to the feelings and the emotions, and the 4th house ruled by the moon, it does deal with the emotions and the feelings. So for you guys, all these things are kind of happening on an emotional level. And on top of that, you guys are picking up on the nuances in energy. That's what Neptune deals with. It's these subtleties. It's the nuances. It's like things that people might not even realize for years. And you guys could have been the person that pointed that out, for example, because you guys are picking up on the subtleties. That's the thing with that Neptunian energy. And with all of that being said, because it does deal with the 4th house, this could be how you guys are in private as well. You guys can escape through your minds. You can get your ideas when you're in private. It's all about balancing when it comes to Neptune, having a healthy amount of alone time, let's say in your home in isolation, where you guys are really thriving. This is where you guys really get those ideas. You guys feel safe, maybe even with your own emotions, to process, to understand everything that's taking place, to tap into the psychic realms, to tap into the creative energy, because all of the water houses in terms of Neptune are going to be creative in one way, shape, or form. For you guys, it's going to be through feeling. Okay, so it's through your emotions. So you guys are basically going to have to figure out a way to release these emotions, and most of the time it can go through creative endeavors and creativity, and maybe even songwriting, anything to do with, once again, creative expression, to basically help you guys process maybe unresolved emotions or unresolved emotions around the home. Because once again, all of these things that are maybe unresolved, things that you didn't see clearly, maybe just ignored or avoided or escaped from, for you guys, it's affecting your 10th house. That's the whole thing to understand here. Once again, if your career is not going in the direction that you guys wanted to go in, always look to see what's happening with the 4th house IC, whatever you guys have going on in the sign in there, and if there's any planets affecting and aspecting the 4th house, they're all directly opposing that 10th house energy. Now, the shadow of the 4th house as well can deal with emotional manipulation. So once again, Neptune is fogging this area for you guys. Maybe you guys were emotionally manipulated when you guys were growing up in one way, shape, or form. There's some sort of manipulation here happening regardless, and there's like the undertone of the energy taking place where it's like you guys feel like you didn't have that ideal family that you were seeking, and maybe you guys even always dreamed of having an ideal family. So you might notice that people who have this placement can start their own families for this reason, specifically to kind of correct the childhood. I feel like we're always trying to heal ourselves in one way, shape, or form, like no matter what it is that we're doing, until we get to a certain place where it's like you're mastering the subconscious and you're mastering the unconscious. And that's kind of what Neptunian energy deals with. So for you guys, it being in the 4th house, it deals with the emotions, the emotional world. It deals with your family, your home life, and how you guys are in private. So maybe having a very clean space or a very aesthetic place or a very nice place, comfortable place is going to be very important for you guys. In these areas, you guys kind of feel like you can finally breathe. You know, you're finally able to process things that have taken place, you know. And it's like, let's say you do live with other people, maybe you have your own space in terms of your own room, or maybe it's a basement or whatever it is. It's like you guys are basically going to make this place kind of like your own safe space is really what that is. It's like, it's very special to you guys. You guys might spend a lot of time in here. You guys are basically here to master your own emotions, figure out what's going on with your own energy, figure out what's going on with the roots of it all, where it all stems from, where it all comes from. So you guys don't internalize other people's things. Once again, things weren't clear when it came to the home, and you guys could have internalized a lot of this because it's that water house energy where it's like, it's very clairsentient and sensitive in the sense where it's absorbing a lot of things. So kind of detaching from this. So with all of that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I do hope you guys enjoyed my video on Neptune and the 4th house. If you guys did, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of the day.